Hello and welcome back. I am Conan Librarian with Conan's EDC, Easy Dad Carry, and today I am gonna do a mail dump. Let's take a look. Okay, so Temu is a site kind of like Alibaba, right? Bunch of random discount stuff. And so I honestly thought I'd go on, spend a couple bucks, get a bunch of random stuff. Honestly, it's been 2 or 3 weeks. I don't even remember everything that I got, which I'm kind of excited about. Some stuff I remember, some I don't. So I'm not going to keep this whole thing in view, but I'm going to set this off to the side of me and then just pull random stuff out of it and kind of see what we've got here. Like I said, some of it is some of it's specifically EDC, some of it's for camping, and some of it was just a good deal. I did a lot of just random one-click ads. So this is not an endorsement for Temu. This is just, I got a bunch of random stuff, and I kind of want to see the quality of it. Kind of going in blind just to see what I think. And I can do, if people are curious, I can post links, I guess. This is, as you can see, fashion. This is a EDC pouch that I picked up. This was maybe $2 or $3. Got a belt loop on the back, this dirt cheap carabiner, which honestly the value of these, you're not going to hang anything crazy, but it's something that can keep zippers together at least. I got a little tiny little D-ring on the front for hanging stuff. The material is kind of like well, it's super cheap nylon, but it has this pouch on the outside, so say as ever I try to put my phone and stuff. Actually, a phone fits in there pretty easy, but my other gauge I like to do is kind of a larger battery pack. So battery pack slides in there super easy. This style is actually pretty common, this kind of tuck pouch, so you'd wear this on your belt, and it just kind of clamshell opens up top. So it's only one zipper. Plenty of styrofoam. Can't do without the packaging, of course. Alright, and the inside. So it is just one pouch. Actually, no. If you can see in there. It actually has two pouches. So, yeah, two pouches. It's not terrible. It could be better. But for, I think, like $2, if I just wanted to tuck... It doesn't even entirely fit my phone. That's funny. But if I wanted to turn this, say, into a quick grab first aid kit, a little random go pocket, this really isn't too bad for a couple bucks. I like the fact that this webbing here is pretty big, so it can really go through any belt, or if I want to put this, like, run a strap through it, this can attach pretty easily to something, so, yeah, not terrible for $2. Okay. I travel and I camp with my wife and my young daughter. I feel like I don't have to explain really what these are, but I highly recommend something like this. These are disposable, just makes camping, hiking, or otherwise traveling for women a lot easier, and I know I'm actually very glad to have something like this for my daughter. Yeah, not going to go into the specifics, but these are great. If you travel with ladies, check these out because they make life a lot easier. All right. So these, I don't know how well these are going to work. These are actually water bottle slings. I remember these now. So one orange, one pink. I got these. They're just these literally a little mesh water bottle sling. That's actually not bad. I like that super high vis. It's got this one tiny little reflective strip on here. You know what? Let me grab something. I'm going to test this. Alright, so I know this isn't going to fit like a Nalgene, but Life Water, this is just the kind of water my wife likes to drink. Something, actually I've been more and more moving away from the super big bulky bottles into these slimmer bottles just because, whoop, if I can get it in here, just because they're easier to carry, they fit in a lot more stuff, a lot easier. But something like this, if I don't want to carry a pack, or the kids don't want to carry a pack, just a water bottle sling, adjustable strap. It's got, yeah, it's got this little pocket on the front. I mean, obviously, you wouldn't put anything flat in here, but maybe a couple bucks or just something. that's actually not too bad. That way, too, I mean, this is super light, this is super easy. This is full, you just strap this on and you can use this to drink directly anyways. So yeah, an orange one and a pink one for the kid, well, one for the son, he likes orange, one for the daughter, she likes pink. That's actually pretty cool. I might pick up another one of these just because it's super light, super easy. This would be something that I might even throw in a pack just to have in case, you know, I've got to carry other stuff or some of the kids' stuff and they still want to carry their water, or I don't want to carry other people's water. So, yeah, this is pretty cool. Alright, so up next is this little thing. And I've seen this sort of thing on Amazon. I want to say I found this specific brand on Amazon. This is actually a little travel silverware set. Oh, that one's upside down. But you can see it's only about 4 inches long. It's about 2 inches wide. It's just about an inch deep. Like, that's got a little tab, keeps it closed. But it's a little travel silverware set. It's actually kind of cool. So, as far as I know, so you take it, let's dump this out. We can pack it back up. So yeah, you just fit these in, and you've got a fork. Or, yeah, you got a fork, got a knife. Oh, you have enough, actually, this is very cool. You have enough to build a full, I wonder if this just isn't cut well, but here's the thing. All of this stuff was dirt cheap, so it's not really surprising. And then it actually, yeah, there's a little chopstick set here too. So that's kind of cool. I'm a little hesitant about not really knowing the brand. Like I said, I think I saw it on Amazon, so I'll check again, because if this was on Amazon, I'm totally down for carrying this and using this, not just for camping, but for EDC. That's actually pretty convenient. That's pretty cool. Now, it is just like a plastic. It's not super tough, so I don't know how durable it is per se. But, I mean, something like this, oh wow, they really stick together too. Something like this is just super convenient. And again, you know, I feel like I'm going to keep saying it. I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but yeah, for a couple bucks, that's not too bad at all. Up next, I picked up a few of these MultiFunction cards. So I keep seeing these, and big shout out to Vine Climber, actually. She did a very cool video about her actual Victorinox one she carries. These are 100% not Victorinox. If I can get this out. But they're essentially multi-function cards. And for a couple bucks, I thought I'd give it a try. Honestly, when it comes to equipment, I like being able to try something before necessarily spending a bunch of money on it. But it is a multi-function card. It's got, if it'll work. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's got a little pair of scissors. Let's cut some paper. Yeah, all right. I mean, that's not terrible. See if I can remember how this goes in. So, is that right? Might be the other way. Yeah, it's probably the other way. All right. It's got a pair of scissors. Got a little... God, getting these out is tough. It's almost like it's some sort of super cheap knockoff. Little nail cleaner, not a file. But we do have a couple of tools here. A little pen stashed in there. A little pair of tweezers. Okay. There's a little toothpick. I mean, that's real small, but it's still on there. There's a little magnifying glass. It also does come with one of these, which is kind of neat that it actually comes with it. And it comes with a hole for, I guess, a little lanyard if you just want to wear it around your neck. Just a tiny little mini tool, flathead, some flat Phillips drivers. I don't know how well these would work, but they're on there, and they are, yeah, they're on there. And kind of doubt their usefulness, but it's better than not having anything. And then I didn't think it came with, but... oh, it's got a little flashlight. This one is actually just a little red flashlight. I'd prefer if it was a little white flashlight, but yeah, that's kind of neat that it works as well as it does, at least. So a little red flashlight just to look around in the dark. So a few of these. Red, maybe. I thought one of them had white. Well, that one doesn't work at all. You know what, though? That's, I guess, kind of the risk you run when you're paying literally pennies on the dollar for something. This one was probably left switched on in transit. Still has all the other stuff. Maybe I would just keep this one as a backup to replace some of the other tools, but kind of a neat little thing to be able to stash and grab. So, multifunction cards. Okay, so I've got a couple boxes here, and a couple of them, I honestly don't remember what they are. I don't want to open those until the end. So, first thing we're going to open up then is this guy, and this calls it a currency detecting with LED microscope. But it's essentially what I got it for. Now, pops open on the bottom. Is a little pocket microscope. And since we're going to the beach and we're going to be camping, I thought it'd be really neat to have something like this for the kiddos to be able to actually look at something. Let's see how well. Ugh. There we go. So it just takes, well, it takes a few watch batteries. Yeah, see how well it's screwing in here. There we go. It's got the tiniest little light. Is this... Oh, it's a blue light. Well, that is interesting. So I guess, yeah, you would use it for a blue... rather, it's got a black light on it. So I guess you could use this for currency. You know... Oh! Look at that. Actually has a super bright little light on there. So black light and regular light for just looking at, like, beach life and sand and really anything they want to peek at. And at only, I believe this thing was $3 or $4. You know, it's going to be tough to do it on camera, but I'm going to take a look at something here. Let's pick this. All right. So I've got to play with this some more, get it to work right. Maybe read. Maybe it's... I don't know. It actually does have instructions, so I'm going to read the instructions, figure out how to actually use this thing correctly. But a couple bucks just to have at the beach and in the woods at the campsite, that's a lot of fun. Okay. So, couple things I grabbed just for the campsite. These are, and I said it a minute ago, these are, well, it says a lot of stuff on it, but just cheap carabiners. Just because I really wanted something to, say, I want to hang a lantern or a flashlight or string up something. It doesn't have to be crazy strong. I'm not going to hang a hammock off of this. But to have a few carabiners just to hang kind of around the campsite or just to secure things while I'm walking around, definitely worth a couple bucks just to have something like that. These, I'm actually really excited about. These are glow-in-the-dark guyline clip-on. So a guyline, if you don't know what a guyline is, it's the line that comes off of your tent that you stake out to help keep your fly or the cover tight, right? These specifically are glow-in-the-dark. Now, I don't know how well it's going to glow. Let's see. I'm going to give it a good blast here and give it a minute. But if you have ever been camping and dealing with guylines, you know how much it kind of sucks to catch a guyline in the middle of the night. So I'm hoping, give this a little bit, yeah. So it's tough to see in this light, but it definitely catches some of that. I don't know how well it's going to work if it's just a passing light will light it up, but a bag of these was maybe $1. So even just putting this on cords or other packs and stuff, really kind of super easy to do. It'll clip onto any line. It'll feed through lines. Yeah, I like this for just a couple bucks each. Definitely worth it. These are actually smaller than I thought they were going to be, but There we go. These are belt clips or pocket clips for gear. So a big thing, for example, would be this Victorinox is the Spartan. And this is actually, if you looked at a lot of EDC stuff, I mean, this is a super popular piece of gear. This is absolutely not one of the best brands. I mean, this is some cheap knockoff one. But tell you what, I'm going to put this on here. Okay. And I have added a clip to a piece of gear so I can put this just easier to hang in a pocket or just hang things or attach things that otherwise would just jangle around loose in your pocket. So a few of those actually, these were $1 a piece maybe. I don't know that I'd rely on something. I wouldn't hang my keys from this and hang it from the outside, but as a way to organize something like in my pocket, I would definitely rely on this to help keep it just organized and from tumbling around in there. Because honestly, I hate pocket junk that just jangles around loose. I like to have everything kind of clipped and secured and even organized just in the pocket itself. So, pocket clips, put those over there. This was just straight because it's neat. This is I wonder if it has it on the label. Made in China, like pretty much all of this, an Aztec gold calendar coin. Obviously not real gold, obviously not authentic by any means, but yeah, just as kind of a fidget to have. It's big. I do like. I mean, it's heavy. I do really like that. I don't know what metal it's actually made out of. Oh, it's alloy. Whatever that means. But just kind of a chunky piece to have to play with is actually super cool. The detailing in it is actually surprisingly neat and sharp. I don't know if this actually reflects an Aztec calendar, but it's kind of a cool thing just to have. Yeah, nice and heavy, nice to play with. For all of $2, absolutely worth the $2. Or yeah, I know it was less than $3. Okay, so like I said, I don't remember everything I got, and because it's been a couple weeks, I've been making sure I don't check shipping because I knew I got a bunch of random stuff, and I wanted to surprise myself because, like I said, did a bunch of like last minute one-click ads just to get some more stuff because it was so ridiculous cheap. This is a banana duck. I don't know why I have this. Is not a good EDC, but now I own a banana duck. Tell you what, I bet not many other people out there have a banana duck, but now, yep, that's a banana duck. All right. So, yeah, banana duck. I had to stop recording because my wife heard me saying banana duck and needed to know what I was talking about, and that's right, banana duck. Yeah. So that's definitely a surprise. I don't honestly remember what I have in this box, but I'm kind of excited. Like I said, I've been keeping myself in the dark. Sorry, I had to pause because the wife wanted to do more to banana duck inspection, but I think I have an idea of what this is. And yes, so this is the cheapest, most ridiculous kind of watch. I love my Casio. I'm not changing up my Casio. However, this was $2.50, maybe $3. Soki. Just a cheap watch. I actually kind of like the feel of the band. However, this watch is tiny. Oh my gosh. Which is kind of too bad. Because the reason I got it, I really want to gauge how short this band is. Because I will say, it definitely was not advertised as like a kid's watch, but you can see just how much smaller that is as far as the wristband goes. So that definitely is not going to be going on my wrist. Yeah, I can't, even if I wanted to. But I mean, I guess at $2, that's not really surprising. Oh, I could wrench this down to the very last one if I wanted to be super uncomfortable. But the reason I got it, actually, is because, supposedly, we'll give it a couple seconds here. Whoa. A super glow-in-the-dark face. So I got it just because it was $2 or $3. It said it glows in the dark, and it absolutely does. This might be a good watch. For what it is, steel back, maybe even taking the strap off or modifying it and just using this to hang as kind of a lantern, using it as something that you can check in the middle of the night. But that, I mean, I will say I am super impressed with how much that face does actually glow. It is super bright and impressive. I'm sure my son or my daughter might be into it. This will definitely, it's definitely small enough to adjust to one of them. So, definitely not a waste of money, but definitely not something that I'm going to even be able to wear if I wanted to. So, yeah, at least the seconds work. It's got a date spot on it, which is kind of cool. So, not the worst thing ever. And then, well, this goes somewhere different than all my cheap junk. The last thing, you may be able to tell, it is another sling bag. So this is 3 feathers. I like the slogan, we're gonna be cool. We're gonna be cool. I don't know if that's supposed to be 2 words or if it's just phonetic, but because, as always, I am still looking for a bag. I saw this for a few bucks. I think this thing was $10, and then I clicked away, and then Temu was like, hey, we'll make it $5 for you. I will say, if you're browsing Temu, if you put something in your cart but don't buy it, or like you click on it and you view it and then you click away, if you're still browsing or you give it some time, it'll send you a notification and say, hey, because you looked at this, here's a special offer, and they'll drop prices on stuff randomly for you. But I got this because it seemed to have a lot of storage options. Also, the pictures on this had these pins. I didn't think it actually came with these pins, though, which is kind of funny. Comes with... So, if you like the pins... I kind of like that rocket ship guy. That's kind of cool. But a pouch on the front. A pouch here. Now, I do not know, and I cannot tell if this is actually waterproof. Tell you what, or water resistant at least. What I'll do, after I post this video, check down in the description. I'll let you know if it's waterproof or resistant or what, because I'll do some testing before I upload the video. But it's got these extra clips on it. You have a little bit of webbing on the front. You have another, actually... Alright, I'm not going to try to stick my phone in there because I know it's not wide enough for that, but... So this battery pack, I know I use it as kind of a gauge. This thing is just about 5.5 inches by 3 inches. Oh, and that seats all the way down in there. So that's like a 5.5-inch pocket, and it seats super easy and comfy. And then on the inside, it's one big pouch. Yep. And a little zipper pouch on the back. Not super huge, but I mean, you can only get into it by going through the inside. It's got the tiniest little tab of a zipper. The backside actually feels pretty comfortable. I don't know what it's lined in, but it has actually kind of this spongy, nice, soft feel to it. And then the back, it's... the back of it is supposedly... Looks like you could do sling or crossbody, but for $5 or $6, tell you what, I'll take a picture of this thing, how it slings on the back too. But yeah, this was 5, maybe $8. And if this thing is actually waterproof at all, or at least water resistant, I actually kind of like the look of it. I kind of like the feel of it. It's super comfortable, really soft, which again makes me wonder exactly how weatherproof it might be. The site didn't claim anything, so I really want to check it first. But there's a lot of storage in this, and the strap is super big. It's got several adjustment points. I like how wide it is, so if I was going to load this up and walk around with it, that it would feel comfortable. So, yeah, that is my, I guess I'll call it my Temu haul. Overall, everything altogether, I want to say I spent between $35 and $45. Now, some of you may look at that and say that's an absolute waste of money. And I can't justify to say that it's not, in fact, the Duck Banana, somewhat of a waste of money, but at the same time, here's the thing. Some of this stuff is very useful. Glow-in-the-dark guylines, or at least even a way to run strands, little EDC cards with not nail clipper, but scissors, multi-tool, pen. This is actually super practical and useful. This coin, just to play with, is because it's fun. Little carabiners, 100% useful. Pocket clips, very useful. And, of course, water bottle holders, super useful. Silverware, super useful. And, these things, super useful. Again, look into these if you travel with ladies. They're great. But altogether, at $45, I will say I have spent way more on way less. And I can't say I expect any of this to last a lifetime, but I definitely expect that this is going to help make my vacation more fun, or at least somewhat easier in some aspects. I think I'm going to make my wife very happy with Duck Banana. And I think I'm really going to enjoy testing yet another budget EDC bag. So thank you for spending your time with me. Thank you, as always, for checking this out. The channel is growing more and more, and I just want to say that I really appreciate the time, the comments, and everything that that not just the subscribers, but the community in general shares. And I'm just having a fantastic time, and I hope that I can, with every video, bring something, mention something, do something, help somebody realize, learn, or anything, something new, because EDC shouldn't just be about the coolest knife. It shouldn't be just about the most, the newest flashlight. Sometimes EDC is a Duck Banana. So with that, thank you as always, and stay safe, be prepared, and have a great day.